What's up, guys? My voice is bad right now. What's up, guys? My name's Lightning Flaming Ice, and welcome back to Would You Rather. Yay. I just wanted to take a quick break. I didn't even click Africa. What the fuck? Whatever. Let's go for the next one. Anyways, I just didn't want to, keep on doing the same cycle of Mario Bros. Wii, then Uranium, then Clover, and then 64, and then repeat it over and over. So I thought maybe I'll just take a quick break in the schedule, if you know what I'm saying. Play a very relaxed game, which is Would You Rather. So, would I rather not be able to wear clothes or not be able to speak? Well, I mean, this is pretty obvious, right? Because, speaking is literally what I do for a living, if you can call it that, but still, speaking is quite important to me, and just basically mean I'll be a nudist or something. Besides, I don't even show myself on these videos, so what would it matter anyways? So would I rather be Wilma Flintstone or Velma from the Scooby-Doo Mystery Gang? So Velma's pretty smart, right? But then she has that weird thing for Scooby-Doo in some of those, or not, for Shaggy in some of those episodes. And I question some of her morals and decisions. And I never really watched much of the Flintstones, but I did like their vitamins. So they have that going for them. But I guess I'd rather be smart than be a gummy vitamin. Would you rather see how or what created civilization, or see how or what ends civilization? Well, I figured that out anyways if I live long enough, right? So, because this is something that no one knows, right? Someone's gonna figure out how civilization ends, because civilization has to be there for it to end. But no one's there for seeing how or what. Well, that's a pretty simple question to answer. Now I regret picking that, because we're just evolved from socially what's the word? Socially interested animals. Would I rather be only be able to whisper, or only be able to shout? Well, whispering is what I'm doing right now. It's not really whispering now, but I'm pretty sick, so that's pretty much that. And shouting would just mean I'm a loud YouTuber, and those guys are usually famous, so I guess shouting would be the answer. I don't know why no one agrees with me. Would you rather be known as a drug dealer or a liar? Well, what if I lied about not being a drug dealer? See? I'm gonna pick the liar, man. Because you don't know what you're lying about. What if you're lying to cover up someone else's mistakes? You lie that you ate the cookies in the cookie jar when it was actually your friend who ate the cookie from the cookie jar, and now you're facing up to 60 years in jail. What do? Always have bad hair or always have bad teeth? My hair is always a mess anyway, so what the fuck? Would you rather be stoned to death or be grounded? Well, you never really specified the grounding here. If it just means, just stay in the house, then what else would I pick? Would you rather be able to control or talk to machines, or be able to produce an unlimited amount of electricity? So, but I don't know how to control this electricity, and if I'm creating an unlimited amount of electricity, well, it sounds like a good thing. It basically means I'm gonna be attached to wires for the rest of my life. How am I gonna play games when I'm just constantly being touched by metal wires. I won't be able to touch anything metal anyways, because then that'll get electrically charged and could electrocute someone. So that seems like a shit power. So it's talking to machines. See, people don't think. If you could only save lives through two ways, would you rather prevent World War II and all the war-related deaths that went along with it, Holocaust included, or cure all forms of cancer and STDs, AIDS included? Well, you see, this is gonna sound pretty fucked up, but I'm gonna have to go with this one, because, I mean, as sad and depressing as all those deaths are, they're temporary, you know what I'm saying? Only so many people died from those horrible, tragic events, but people are still dying from cancer and STDs. So I'm gonna have to pick this one. Would you rather have 300 horses or have a car with 300 horsepower? I mean, can you think of all the Swedish meatballs I could get for 300 horses, man? You know that one IKEA in Staten Island, is it, that made horse meatballs for their Swedish meatballs? It was either Staten Island or Brooklyn, one of those. Have 300 horses or have a car with 300 horsepower. Well, I'm not really a car junkie, so I'm not sure if that's a lot per se, but I know that 300 horses are a lot. So I'll pick, oh, maybe that was a mistake. Would you rather, because I mean, I can't even drive, so why would I do that? Have a child in 7th grade and raise it, or never have kids / adopt. So teenage, pregnancy, or never have kids. And fuck that. Go with that. That's what? Come on, you really want to have a kid and also be learning your one-step equations at the same time? Would you rather be in jail for a year or live in complete isolation in the mountains for a year? Well, I mean, some jails are pretty nice, and if you think about it, isn't the Earth a jail? I mean, you're pretty much stranded here. You can't really escape to outer space unless you have a rocket, which you don't, because you don't have money for that. So I mean, got a loophole. Where would I go after I was on Earth for a year? Would I just live on Mars or some shit? Only drink Starbucks coffee or only drink Dunkin' Donuts coffee? Well, you know, Starbucks sounds like the better option, but it's really not, because you see, Starbucks put a shit ton of chemicals in their coffee. You know, all these carcinogenic stuff, and you know, I don't want to be forced to only drink that, so I'm gonna stick with Dunkin' Donuts. At least their shit is just pure water. I mean, do they even put coffee in that? Would you rather not be able to sit or not be able to stand? So would I rather be paralyzed in a wheelchair, or would I rather not be able to sit? You know, I spend a lot of my life sitting down, but on the other hand, standing up does have its perks, you know? I'm gonna go with not be able to stand. I'm not really that athletic. Then I'll stick with that. Would I rather be albino, or would I rather have no soul? Well, social reject or no soul? I'm gonna have to go with the social reject. Would I rather have a lightsaber or have a phaser? I'm sorry, man. Lightsabers are cool. They're like swords, but they're cooler. Beat a tiger in a fight who ate a man, or beat a man in a fight who ate a tiger. I mean, come on. You just clearly get the more honor from this one. Whoa, 50-50 split. Would I rather talk only in an auto-tuned voice, or talk in a stereotypical grandma voice? Well, I think that would get old after like 5 minutes. So, I mean, that's why no one listens to Jacob Sartorius, right? Because he makes all that auto-tune cringy content. So I'd probably stick with the stereotypical grandma. You still get respect from the young kids. Would you rather live in ancient Greece or live in ancient Rome? Well, that depends. Am I poor or am I rich? Because there's a huge wage gap in ancient Rome. The poor live like shit, and the rich live like the shit. And well, let me recall those history classes. Fuck. Greece wasn't that great. That's pretty much what I remember. They were in war, and then they lost wars, and then they fused into Rome. You know, like fusion-powered style. And then, you know, Rome has an unstable political economy, though. That's pretty bad. And you have poor emperors, people dying, religious persecution. I guess I'll go with ancient Rome. They never said at what time in ancient Rome, so. Would I rather be Chev Chelios from Crank or be the transporter? The first picture I found of this guy, he looks like he's smashing, so that seems pretty good. Now who's the other guy? The transporter. He doesn't look like he has a cool personal life, but he does have guns. So would I rather smash or smash people's skulls? I'm gonna go with that guy. Maybe that was a mistake. I'm not good with pop culture. Would I rather have to use a completely blank keyboard with no labeled keys, or have to type with only your two? Obviously this, dude. I've memorized where all the keys are. I don't look at the keyboard when I type. That's too easy. It'd be like old as fuck if you really do that. I mean, come on. Doesn't everyone memorize their keyboard buttons in like 5th grade or something? Would you rather punch a pilgrim or eat an avocado? Dude, avocados are delicious. These questions don't make any sense. Would you rather be a genius in a world of unintelligent people? Come on, man. This is a joke. You take the cinnamon challenge or take the gallon challenge. Well, I'm extremely lactose tolerant, so... And this one kills a lot of people, so I'm gonna go with the gallon challenge. I'm gonna go with a rapid fire round. Would you rather have to grow up without a father or grow up without a mother?
Hey folks, viewer mail time again. Oh, here's one from Sally, age 14. Dear Pig, aren't you interrupting the story at the most suspenseful part? Well, the answer is yes, Sally. Yes, I am. Keep those cards and letters coming.
Would you rather sneeze every 3 minutes or always have the sensation to sneeze and never do? Well, I'm already doing this anyways. Would you rather castrate a lamb using only your teeth, or wrestle a territorial 8-foot alligator by driving on its back. So would I rather bite off the testicles of a lamb or wrestle an alligator by driving on its back? Driving a car? I assume I win this, so I don't want to eat lamb balls. I mean, mutton curry is good and all, but well, I mean, I do like playing games. So do I want to create very annoying content where I have no idea where I'm going, or very annoying content where I have no idea where I'm going? I'm gonna go with blind. Cause I mean, why would, I mean, if I'm smart, I can figure out a way to get out of being blind. Finds magical cure, get eye replacements, new optical nerves, and connect them to my brain, even though it's impossible, but ignore that. Have a giant birthmark covering 78% of your face, or have a 2-foot tail. Now let me ask you a question here. If you have a giant birthmark covering 78% of your face, well, let's assume you're white here, and your birthmark is brown, and it's covering 78% of your face. Doesn't that make you... Wait, no. How about, let me rephrase that. What if you're black as fuck? You're like the color of night. And, I mean, 78% of your face is still the same color now. If anything, it's lighter, actually. But then the question remains, is the other 12%, sorry, not 12, I'm bad at math, 22%, is that the birthmark then? Because it's the minority? You think about it. What if you're actually that color and that other thing is the birthmark? You know? And a 2-foot tail, that's just some furry shit, so fuck that. Would you rather be a character on Lost or be a character on Heroes? Yes. Why would I want to intentionally lose myself? If you could only do one, would you rather sit or stand? Well, didn't I say that I can only stand, or I can only sit, so that would be very bad. That would be in very bad taste if I could only stand, but I can't stand, so what would happen then? Would you rather wear an eye patch or have a peg leg? Eye patch, because then it'd be so difficult to move around. That'd be very difficult to get used to. I just did this question. What the heck, Either.io? Either.io. Would you rather... These are like the same questions. They basically ask the same base questions. Which one do you like more, Star Wars or Star Trek? Would you always have mud in your shoes or always have a pebble in your shoes? So there's an interesting story. One time I went to Abu Dhabi. You can go desert trekking there. Then our bus broke down and we had to basically walk all the way back to another bus that was there, and got lots of sand in my shoe. And for a whole 2 years there was consistently sand in my shoes, even though I drained so much of it out every single day. There was still more, and all the bottom of every single one of my socks would be covered in red sand. Eventually I grew out of those shoes, but I'm pretty sure they're still leaking sand to this day. So I mean, mud might be the same thing. Besides, that would really stub your toe, like you bump into a wall, then the pebble just smashes your toenail. That would suck. Would you rather eat a quarter or eat a chapstick? Can you eat a chapstick? Is it poisonous to eat a chapstick? It is poisonous. Okay. Well, can you die if you eat a quarter? This is the true question. You eat a quarter. Okay, Ask Alice. That's a classic. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so you basically don't want it to get stuck in your throat. So, but what if I melt the quarter down? Are quarters made out of iron? I'm gonna do a lot of research for this question. Quarters are made out of nickel and copper. Okay, so basically they're nickel. Now the true question is, at what temperature does nickel melt? (2,000 degrees), great. Well, at what temperature does nickel cool back into a solid? You know what? I'm tired of doing this science stuff. Let's just switch it up. Can you drink nickel? Nickel and foods and drinking water are... Okay, so nickel and water isn't bad. But can you drink copper? Okay, so too much copper is bad. So the trick here is we're gonna melt a quarter, and then we're gonna mix it in a lot of water so it gets diluted. Then drink all of that water, and technically then I would have eaten a quarter. Oh, the chopstick was tropical flavor. Man, I should have read that. Would you rather watch an uninterrupted WNBA doubleheader or listen to an entire Nickelback CD in one sitting? I should probably read these bottom comments. Suicide is not an option. Oh boy. Well, Nickelback CD or basketball, women's basketball. Really, is it that bad? I didn't know that. Would you rather teach Spanish or teach math? Wouldn't it be like one of those teachers like, hola clase, por favor, no hablas en inglés no hablan en inglés, porque es una clase de español. And you only speak in Spanish the entire class. That sucks. Or you're gonna be one of those math teachers. You know, math teachers are generally cool because math is cool. We're gonna teach math. Math is cooler than Spanish. As you can tell, my math is a lot better than my Spanish because I struggled to make that Spanish sentence earlier. Can tell the kind of teachers I had. Would you rather be malnourished or be obese? So would you rather live in Africa or in America? Let's go with obese. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, please leave a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.